What is retirement? How do we get there? And what do we do differently once we're there? Let's dig into it. Hello, everybody. Joe Warbick coming at you. And today we're just going to have a conversation. We're going to talk about retirement because it's this big word, and a lot of people think maybe I'll never get there, or maybe you're close to it and you're scared and you haven't changed anything in the way you behave in terms of your money and your assets, and maybe you're focusing on the wrong side of things. Just to give you a background, I've spent the last 22 years working with hundreds and hundreds of individuals, getting them to successfully retire, and more importantly, I've been helping them each and every month throughout their retirement. So I would say that I have some pretty good firsthand experience helping people actually retire. Now, a lot of financial advisors out there work with just young people. I built my company around the idea of working with people who were just about getting ready to retire. And so we sort of look at ourselves as distribution experts. There's the accumulation phase of retirement. That's when you're 20, 30, 40 and you're socking it all away, and that's really important. And I've built videos and I've told you how to do that. Should it be an IRA? Should it be in Roth IRA? What's Social Security? How do we plan for that? What's a 401k? So watch those videos. But then eventually you're going to get close to retirement, maybe within 5 years, and you have to change the way you're doing business. Because retirement phase is completely different than accumulation phase. And maybe the advisor you've been working with is really good at the accumulation phase, but has never actually helped somebody successfully retire. So when you get to retirement, you have to focus on a few things. And the biggest, most important thing is you're no longer working. That's what retirement is. You've stopped working, so you have no income. So you're going to get income from probably two sources, either from Social Security or from your retirement accounts. Now, if you haven't saved any money, if you haven't put any money away and you have no retirement accounts, well then I guess you're just going to get money from Social Security, and you probably can't push it off, or you're going to have to work a long time. So if you haven't saved, please start saving now. If you have saved and you have these two buckets to pull from, I've done a great video on why it makes sense to pull from your retirement accounts before Social Security. So I'm not going to get into that topic. But once you're actually spending your money, I need you to stop focusing on getting gigantic returns. Stop listening to your friends and your neighbors and your loved ones. Stop watching MSNBC and CNBC and Mad Money. It's not about getting a big fat return. In fact, financially speaking, mathematically speaking, I can prove to you that it's better to have your money tax-free and get a lower return than to go crazy in the stock market and get these gigantic returns and have it all be taxable. You can lower the risk in your portfolio and retire successfully if you have a good financial plan. So that's what you need to do. Number one, go get a financial plan. I don't care if you're 20 or if you're 70, if you don't have a plan, you don't know where you're going. If you're going on vacation, you don't just hop in the car and start driving if you have no idea what route to take. You sit down and you plan it out. You do it on Google Maps, however you do it. But you don't just start making left and right turns. You know where you're going. You need to know where you're going with retirement. So hire a CFP, hire a certified financial planner. These are people who took an extra 2 years worth of study, an extra 2 years worth of time to figure out how to craft a plan to show you how to get to where you want to be. But you also have to start thinking, how much am I going to spend? Because retirement is about spending, and it's not an annual thing. Whenever I ask a client how much do they need to live to retire, and they say, oh, about $100,000 a year. Do you live year to year? No, you live day to day or month to month. And when you were working, you got a paycheck, right? So think about retirement as a paycheck, and think about it as net, not gross. Gross is before taxes, net is after taxes. And that's what you spend. So if you make $100,000 a year, you don't get $100,000 deposit in your checking account. You might be lucky to get $3,000 a month deposit in your checking account. So think about how much you're actually spending and how are you going to get it into that checking account every single month, and make sure it's going to be there every single month, and make sure that inflation doesn't eat it away. Because if you're retired for 30 years and we have a 3% inflation rate, you may need to double or triple your income over your retirement just to keep up with the cost of goods and services in this country. hire an active money manager, hire somebody who is going to make sure that your portfolio doesn't go crazy during your retirement years. Because I can show you that if you are spending and the markets dip, you're spending a larger percentage of your portfolio and it may not last for your entire retirement. So start thinking about these things. How much money do I need every single month? What are my taxes going to be? Do I have a solid plan built? Do I have a plan that I can actually look and go back to each and every year? Am I on pace? Am I on track? Am I going to have a successful retirement? Just hoping is not the way you should be doing this. I hope this was helpful. If you like this video, make sure you hit like. If you want to see more videos like this, I have a whole library of educational videos. I have my weekly commentary. Hit subscribe. You'll be notified when the new videos come out, and I'll see you next time.